I've known him since I was knee high to a grasshopper, and him too. And the family used to live close to us. And he used to come down the road, and I'd say, "Get home." Throw rocks at him and say, "Get home, Peapot."
And how old were you guys?
4 or 5 probably.
I guess I was about 5.
You've known each other that long. Wow. And then when did you know you liked her, Pat?
No, I don't know.
You don't know.
Kids were kids.
Well, when did you start talking?
When
Courting?
he came home from the service.
46. Wow. Okay.
He came to the house, my house, and my mom, our family home. And I had just gotten home from work.
Mm-hmm.
So I came downstairs, he's knocking at the door, and he asked if Chuck was there.
Your brother?
My brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no, he wasn't there, he was out. Well, then that did it. We started a conversation.
Mm-hmm. So wait, you went down to see Chuck?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uncle Chuck.
It was meant to be.
Mm-hmm. And then he said to me, "Would you like to go out?" Well, at the time I was going with another fellow.
Mm-hmm.
So went to work and I thought about it.
Thought about Peapot.
And I thought about it. And so I gave the fellow back his ring. And I guess he went home crying to Mama.
Mm.
But he and I started dating. And he'd go up past the bakery. I worked in the bake shop then.
Did you?
And he went up past the bakery, and I was slicing a loaf of bread one day and just about cut my finger off. Well, Mary had a little lamb horn on this car.
Did you? The song.
You could play it on the...
And he'd push the buttons. And he played that. And I was trying to see where he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was electric slicer, and a bread
Oh.
slicer. Uh-huh.
You think it's funny.
Yeah. So it was from then on we started.
And then you decided to get married. And tell me about when you went home and told your family.
Well, to begin with, he gave me my diamond. And then that Sunday, we went into Wilkinsburg at a diner, and we were having dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And who walked in but my sister? Well, you never saw a ring go so fast in all your life.
Oh.
Because we didn't want her to know.
Right. Which sister?
Dorothy, the only one I had.
You had a ring on, too.
That's what I said, my ring.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I hid it. So we're sitting there, and after she left, then I put it back on. So we kept horsing around and saying, "Oh, we're going to get married next week," and all this and that. Well, he said, "Let's get married on your birthday." So we made a trip to Frostburg, Maryland.
Right.
And we couldn't get married that day because we had to get our license, our blood work and everything done.
Right.
And I held my breath because I went to my family doctor, and I was so afraid of him telling
your family.
So anyhow, he didn't, and so we went down the next week, and we got married in
Frostburg, Maryland, Allegheny County.
Allegheny County.
Frostburg, Maryland.
So that's why your anniversary is the 14th.
the 10th.
Oh, that was 14th.
The 10th.
The 10th. Okay.
So we've been married. It'll
How
be
many?
63 years in May.
Oh
How
my
many?
God.
63.
I thought it was 65.
Of course, then my mother, she had a heart attack over it when I told her. But my dad, he said to my mother, "Come and see what these damn kids did."
Mhm.
And he never fussed. He just told Pap, he said, "You make sure you take care of her. Give her a good home."
You might tie him up then.
So then he found an apartment in Brushton.
Mhm.
And I mean, it was an apartment.
Was this the third floor apartment? Okay.
Went to raise your head, and when you got out of bed, and you had to be careful, you knocked yourself back in bed. And the grit on the floor was terrible because it was by a railroad track,
Oh my.
and I had to scrub the floor every day.
Mm.
If I didn't, well, then I suffered.
So
But anyhow,
was
like,
my dad born there?
No, no. We lived on Frankstown Road. We moved in. You heard me talk of Betty.
Mm-hmm.
Your-
Second.
your- Jay, was your dad born there?
Yeah.
Your grandmother was carrying your dad at that time.
I see.
And we lived there when your dad was born on Frankstown Road.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a fussy because he was allergic to the milk.
Really?
And I was trying to feed him, and he was
Mhm.
allergic to it. And then we put him on a formula.
Yeah.
He was allergic to it.
Wow.
So we gave him, I had an old time doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and he told me to make barley water for him. But anyhow, when he was born, he'd start fussing in the middle of the night. Pap would get up and rock him.
Mm-hmm.
The floor would squeak every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
The girl lived downstairs. Why, she'd say, "Well, I heard Aaron up with the baby last night, and squeak, squeak, squeak." The rocker would go across.
So when did you build this place?
He was born in October, and I signed the papers in the hospital.
But then you moved here when?
No,
Well, it must have been
you were still carrying
47.
Wayne when you come here.
No, I had him.
Yeah,
47.
because Leon said it.
It was 47, Aaron.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was born in 47.
Yep.
And because I signed the papers when he brought the papers in. So anyhow, but all three kids were born in the same hospital,
Which one?
Pittsburgh Hospital.
It was a
rehab or
Catholic
something.
hospital, but you never know it. I mean, they treated just like one of their own.
Oh, yeah. Now, when Bernie was born, it was different. We didn't have a name picked out. We sat on the steps with the telephone book, picking out a name, and that's where we got it. Bernard. And
Out of the telephone book.
Who picked it? You did, right? Right, Pat?
Both of us picked it. We just it was agreeable to both of us. So
yeah. But he weighed 10 pounds.
I was a big baby. I was 10.
Yeah, you were.
all we had for the in the living room there was a big rocking chair,
An old rocking chair.
an old rocking chair, and
An old desk.
a little kid's desk. That's all we used it.
Yeah.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
What road was mud?
Was it
So
really?
was this.
We got stuck right in the middle of it one night coming home. I said to Mom, I said, we're going to walk home, and if the township wants to move, they were stuck right in the middle of the road.
Yep.
Let them get it out.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a long 63 years. Long 63 years. We look at tonight.
Say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Love you.
Sleep tight.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.